Hello viewers, in this video let's discuss about compass surveying. Whenever a number of baselines are to be run for obtaining the details as in traversing, just linear measurements made by chain surveying will not be sufficient. The angles included between the adjacent lines should be measured. Compass is one of the instruments used to measure the angles. Next is prismatic compass. What is the description of this prismatic compass? A magnetic needle is balanced over a pivot in a circular box of 85 mm to 110 mm in diameter. A graduated aluminum ring is attached to the magnetic needle. The box is covered by a glass lid. Object vane and eye vane are provided at dynamically opposite ends. Eye vane carries a reflecting prism which can be raised or lowered as desired. A vertical horsehair or fine wire is provided at the middle of the object vane. Next is a triangular prism fitted below the eye slit enables magnification of readings to suit observer's eye. Based on the prism arrangement, the compass is named as prismatic compass. Compass is fixed over a tripod with ball and socket arrangement. Next, we will see about the working principle of prismatic compass. The magnetic field aligns itself with the magnetic meridian, that is north-south direction. The line of sight is actually the line joining the object vane and eye vane. The angle between the north-south direction and the line of sight is observed in the compass. The angle is actually the angle between the north-south direction and the line on the ground. This angle made by the line with the north-south direction is called the bearing of the line. Compass is used to measure the bearing of the different lines from which the angles included between the adjacent lines are computed. Next, we see about how to take readings using compass. The compass is centered over the station by dropping a small piece of stone from the center of the bottom of the compass. A plumb bob is used for centering, and the compass is leveled by adjusting the ball and socket till the top of the box is horizontal. Suppose the line like PQ is to be observed, the compass is centered over P. Here we taken the line as bearing of the line PQ. Then it is leveled. The prism and the object vane are kept in vertical position. The compass is turned slowly till the ranging rod already erected at Q is bisected. In this position, the ranging rod, the object and the eye vane all lie in the same line. The focusing prism is raised or lowered till the readings were clear and sharp. The readings in the ring cut by the object hair line is taken after damping the oscillations of the ring by pressing the break and pin. That is a break pin. And we discuss some of the definitions that included in prismatic compass. Those are, first one is magnetic bearing. It is the angle between the magnetic meridian and the line. The angle is always measured in the clockwise direction. It is the direction shown by a freely suspended magnetic needle. And the magnetic meridian is also called as a bearing. We also have another definition, that is a true bearing. True bearing of a line is the angle between the true meridian and the line. The angle is always measured in the clockwise direction. The true meridian is the line joining the graphical or geographical north and south bearing. We have another definitions. Those are whole circle bearing. The bearing of lines measured from north is called whole circle bearing. The angle that is reckoned in the clockwise direction from 0 degrees coinciding with the north. Another one is quadrant bearing. The whole circle is divided into 4 quadrants. The bearing is expressed with north or south as prefix and east or west as suffix. And quadrant bearing is also known as reduced bearing. We have another one definition is there, that is a fore bearing and back bearing. Every line has two bearings, namely fore bearing and back bearing. Fore bearing is the bearing taken in the direction of surveying and back bearing is the bearing taken in the reverse direction. The difference between the fore bearing and back bearing should be 180 degrees. It means that one or both stations of the line are subjected to local attraction. Thus, local attraction is the influence caused on the measured bearings of line due to the presence of materials like railway track, current carrying wires or cables, etc. Thank you for watching this video.